So, first and foremost, are you in the right place? Are you in fourth period pre-algebra? Okay. Or is that your schedule? That's where you are. Or is that where you're supposed to?
My schedule changed 3 times.
Okay. Well, all right. Then I'll take attendance and we'll see. I'm sure you're great. So I am Mr. Rickman. I met a lot of you yesterday, but for the 8th graders of you, I am Mr. Rickman. Because you've been to the school, you probably know that. Although I guess we do take in a couple new 8th graders. So at any rate, this is pre-algebra, and you're going to have a great year. This will be your favorite class, and if not, then I will give you your money back. So this is the plan for the day. I'll do introductions. We'll get the planner out and practice that, which you'll use regularly. We'll do a little bit of math. I'm talking really simple, hopefully simple. Depends on how rusty you are. Some people are rustier than others. Just to get easy back into the swing of things. You know, it'd be like soccer practice and just kind of kicking the ball around. So just chill kind of math. We'll go over the high points of the syllabus. I know that's a boring first day when you hit the syllabus every day, but it's got to be done. And then we'll do a book checkout, and I'll take a student info / book checkout sheet from you, and then you will leave with a big old smile on your face. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for speaking. Good job. Okay. So here we go. Would you get out your planner, please? Get out your planner. First thing I'd like you to do, yeah. If you don't have a planner, is it part of your fees or
We have to go to school to the front office.
sometime, not today, but you can throw this in there. Okay? Get a planner. If you have your own planner, that's fine. Put your planner into that big school's planner, whatever you like. But gosh, this is a good habit to get into, even with teacher websites and all that. This is just good when you get home. You're going to have 6 classes at work, and you need to know what's due when. So, would you please first put your name inside it, so if you lose it over the course of the year, somebody knows whose it is. There should be a place right inside to put your name in it. Or if it's some kind of other planner, put your name in it somewhere so people know whose it is. All right? Then find this week in the planner. Did you guys get like rulers to mark the pages? All right, so you'll mark this week. Go to this week and 4th period. This is 4th period, right? Yeah. Okay, go to this week, 4th period, and on Thursday you're going to put cover book read syllabus. We'll go over most of the important part of the syllabus, but anything that's I don't hit or if I run out of time, you'll want to read that tonight. All right, that'll be all you have for homework. Friday, we'll do set 1. For those of you who are new to the school, which is most of you, the book is organized by little lessons. Every day is one new set or one new lesson. So, set 1 on Friday. Monday will be set 2. I think Monday is the eclipse in this class, so that day I think we've got something planned. I don't know if they're making stuff that you look through so you don't burn your eyeballs or whatever, but that'll be Monday. Eclipse. Set 3 is Tuesday. Set 4 is Wednesday. Set 5 is Thursday. Now, normally on Fridays we would take a test, but because at the start of the year we haven't covered much yet, Friday will be set 6. Once you get into the book, you'll see it starts off pretty doggone easy. If you're having trouble at the start of the book, then you should come in right away and keep on top of things because it'll only get harder. All right, but we'll get into that starting tomorrow. Any questions so far? Got that in your planner? Cool. All right, moving on. So this is the short little bit of math I wanted to cover. So if you would get out your pencil, and that's all you'll need. If I give you a couple, take one and pass to the person next to you or in the pod or the quad, whatever you got there. Pass them around to the corners. I just throw a couple at you. Boom. Oh, sorry. Darn it. All right. How you doing? Please. Good. Everything is? That's the spirit. Hey, how you doing? Are you having a super day? All right, right on. Keep us up, please. All right. Boom. Complete that's a 10-problem quiz table. Okay, so I'm recording this lesson so I can post to my notes later, but I just knocked out the microphone. So this is what I'd like you to do. Complete this at your speed, whatever that might be. I don't care. It's not a race, for Pete's sake. I don't care how fast you get it done. I care more about the accuracy. So do this to the best of your ability. When you are done, bring it to me at the back of the class, where I will take it and give you a student info / book checkout form with a book and a syllabus. So just work on that at your pace and come back to the end of the back of the class when you're done with it. It's meant to be what you know, not what your friend knows. So as much as I like you to work together in the future, today, just do it on your own, please. All right. Everybody's at different places as far as that goes, so I'll let you have another minute or two to work on that. Would you, while I'm thinking about it, do this? Would you open the front cover of your book and put your name in it right now? If those boxes are already filled, then just go at the bottom of the page. Put your name and 2017, 2018. So, so if you have lots of spaces, then cool, just put it in the next space. If you're out of spaces like, if all the spaces have been used like this one, then just go down here where there's space, put your name and 2017, 2018. Why do you reckon we're doing that? Yeah, if you lose it in the room, you know, if you leave it in your choir room or whatever, Miss Shigley can ask me whose book this is or give it to me and I will know whose it is, okay? So, put that in there now before I forget. Part of your homework is to get that book covered. I prefer brown paper bag or something sturdy, some kind of thicker paper, not a book sock. I know book socks are easier, just put it on and be done, but they don't take the corners very well when you push it. Yes? I would prefer it be done by tomorrow, but I won't start taking points off until Monday. So if you don't get it done for the night, whatever, you have a hot day tonight or something, and you can't do it until Saturday night, fine. As long as it's done by Monday, you'll be cool. That's a really good question. Thank you. Okay. So, while you're finishing that, I'm kind of just killing time now. If you're done with that, would you get out the old syllabus in front of you? And I'm going to start talking about the syllabus. If you're still working on the blue sheet, feel free to try and double task. Listen to me while you fill out the blue sheet. And I'm going to hit the high points of the stuff that, you know, I can't go through every word of this, but I want to hit the points that are noteworthy and that are super important, okay? On the first page, do you all have this in front of you? Did everybody get one of these? Okay. On the first page, the most important one I want to get across to you is this part. In this class, we don't focus strictly on just, if you got the right answer, then you're good. In this class, we focus on the right work leading to the right answer. And we'll often have this fight throughout the school year. Hey man, you marked me off 2 points when I got the right answer that Jimmy got. Well, in my grade book, when I go to grade, I have points for the formula. If you didn't write the formula, then you lost those points. I have points for substituted into the formula. If you didn't show that step, you lost those points. And then maybe 2 points out of 5 were for the answer. Well, you lost points because you had the answer, you earned those 2 points, but you didn't have all the work. So focus on the right work leading to the right answer. I will constantly go over and over this in the homework. You needed to have this work and this answer. So by the time you take the test, you will know exactly what I expect. Okay? Use your notes, and we'll all be happy. Please jump in if you have questions about how I want things done. Please ask. Course requirements. You see where we're at? On the white sheet. Are you with me? I understand syllabus day is the most boring day in the history of the universe. I'm sorry. Have you done syllabus in every class? Yes. Is it the most boring day ever?
Yeah.
No? What's the most boring day ever? Monday. Syllabus day on a Monday. That is doubly bad. At least you only have 2 days. Okay. So I'm in the course requirements. In terms of your grade is what's called a weighted average. It's not just I take all the points you earn and divide by the total points. It doesn't work that way. It's called a weighted average. Think of it like a piece of pie. If this is your total grade, then 1/4 of the grade will be determined by how you do on homework, and 3/4 of the grade will depend on how you do on tests. So I don't just take all your total points and divide. I take your total homework points and see what your homework average is and make that 1/4 of the circle. And then I take your test average and make that 3/4 of the circle. And the total then is your total grade. So my point is homework points and test points are not the same. All right. A lot of this I don't expect you, especially not exactly at your mental test at the end of summer break. Sorry. I'm sure you're not super sharp right now. So some of the stuff we're going to get as the time goes on, but I'll get as much as I can. So in terms of homework, homework should be done when you walk in the door on problem set paper. I will give you the problem set paper that you do homework on, okay? You don't do it on your own paper. That way, everybody has problem 5 in the same place, and we can all learn together, and I can grade easier. You've already paid for it. It's in your fees. Your parents already paid for that, all right? Pretty much every week is going to look like this. A normal week consists of 6 assignments. You'll do problem sets Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You'll do test corrections on Tuesday. And on Friday, you'll have a test, and there's a after-test assignment there. So altogether, that would be 60 points in a normal week. Each homework is worth 10 points. 4 problem sets, that's 40. 1 test correction, that's 10. And then the post-test assignment, that's 10. All right? Odds are in the back of the book. If you look in the back of the book, the answers to all odd problems are there. Therefore, you should pretty much never miss any odd problems unless you can just not figure out where they're getting their answer. That happens sometimes. So it is possible that you miss odds once in a while. But for the most part, you should know if the odds are correct or not. And if you're not getting their answer, rather than just change your answer, which will cost you double when I find that out, instead, figure out what you're doing wrong, or ask your parent, your friend, me, whatever, and correct the work so you get the right answer. All right? So when you walk in, your odd answers should all be pretty much correct. Even answers I'll give you at the start of the day. We'll grade homework at the start of every period starting Monday. Your first homework will be tomorrow, so we'll start that on Monday. You'll start to see the process. Calculators should not be used. Very rarely should you use calculators. I know it's tempting, you have a phone and all that stuff. This is the last class where you'll be no calculator, but it is absolutely no calculator. You haven't yet convinced us that you can do all calculations without calculator, and until then, it's no calculator. All right? Late work. Late work is pretty much not accepted if the exception is if you come in 7th hour. If you don't have your homework today, and I will say, well, let me see a 7th hour, and you can come in and finish at 7th hour for a 3-point deduction, okay? After, if you don't get it to me by the end of the day, though, it's late, and if you turn it in the next day, it's better than missing, but as far as points, it'll be 0, okay? So have your homework done the day it is due. This you'll see a little later, but if you haven't done the homework before the test, a student who has not done all the problem sets, now I'm not talking all assignments, like the test corrections and the post-test assignment. If you haven't done the book problem sets, you're really not ready to take the test. I won't let you take it. Okay? So if last week you skipped set 4, the next week when it's test time and I'm handing out the test, when I come to your desk, I'm going to say, sorry, you're not ready to take the test. I haven't got the test set 4 from you. Let me know when you get it done, and then you can take the test. Okay? So you're actually not allowed to get missing assignments if you want to pass this class. You won't be able to take the test if you don't have your homework in. So you will not miss any assignments. Even if you might do them late, that's what it'll take to take the test. All right. By the time Tuesday rolls around, please have a colored pen. You'll grade in colored pen. Make sure you have a grading pen by the time Tuesday rolls or Monday rolls around when we have homework to grade. I'll go over how to grade it on Monday. But yeah, I think I'm going to go over homework grading on Monday when we actually have a homework to look at. Right now, it would just be more blah, 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 and I'm already losing you, I can see. So, first, would you, before I go to the next slide, would you stand up? Come on, get some blood pumping through your body. Stand up. Yeah, some of you want to do a little fist bump just to wake up, or not. Just disobey me terribly. Okay? Stretch it out a little bit. Shake it out. Yeah, right on. All right, now sit down. Thankfully, we got a little bit of stretching. All right. In terms of, oops, can't see this. Tests are 75% of your grade. And again, you won't be able to take the test unless you have your problem sets in. I will talk about this. At the end of the semester, if you have no missing problem sets, you'll be able to drop your lowest test, which will help you a lot. If you just had a really bad week where you bombed the test, if you get all your homework in, then you'll be able to drop that lowest test, and that'll raise your grade a couple %. That's a real nice thing. And if you also have no missing test corrections or post-test assignments, you can drop a smaller test. Typically, the tests are 2 different types of tests. One week, you'll have a longer, all-period 20-question test. The next week will be a half-period 10-question test. Okay, but you'll have a test pretty much every week once we get started. Next week is the exception. But once we get rolling, you'll have a test every week. You'll have about 13 or 14 each semester. Okay. Okay. What is this? What is this? What is this? Sorry, I redid my stuff a little bit from last year. This isn't quite what I expected. Okay. In terms of grades, I don't know how they graded in your previous school, but our school is pretty much 90% is an A, 80% is a B, 70% is a C, 60% is a D, and below 60% is an F. The teachers are all a little different here. I round to the nearest whole number because I'm a sweetheart of a guy. So, if you get an 89.5, that's not to the nearest whole number, right? If I round it to the nearest whole number, which is here, would that 0.5 cause it to round up to a 90 or down to an 89? Up to a 90. 89.5 would be a 90, and therefore that person would get an A. What if if a student got an 89.49999? Are they closer to 89 or to 90? There we go. 89. Sorry, I'm a little deaf. You'll find 89. So that would round to an 89, and that would be a B, despite the fact they are only 1/10,000 different. All right, understood? I update grades weekly after the test, so you'll be able to see your grades. Usually I update them on Monday, once we have some grades. When you miss school, you have 2 days for every day you are absent. So, for example, if you miss Monday and come back Tuesday, then your homework, which you missed, would be due Thursday. Okay, 2 days from when you get back. So you'd start turning in homeworks 2 days after the day you get back. Okay, last but not least, the next class. It's this way pretty much at every level of Devlin. If you have an A, B, or C, you will move on to the next class, which is Algebra 1. If you have a D or an F, you have 2 options. You can repeat the whole class again next year and try and learn it more at the mastery level, or take summer school. So you definitely want to get an A, B, or C by the end of the year. 7th graders, you are accelerated every year. If you want to keep accelerated every year, you really need to get that A, B, preferably A or B. There's no point in being accelerated and only doing mediocre. If you're a 7th grader, I feel like you should be getting A's or B's. 8th graders, you are exactly on grade level where you're supposed to be, but you want to stay there. So you need to make sure that you get at least a C or better in this class, preferably an A or B, so you can stay on grade level and be in algebra as a 9th grader, which is grade level. Okay? Let me get this clear. I know it feels like tons of people take algebra 1 as 8th graders nowadays, but that is not grade level. That's accelerated. I took algebra as a 9th grader. Just like many of you 8th graders who will be in algebra as a 9th grader, it really depends on whether you were accelerated in junior high or elementary school. It doesn't mean you're not good at math. You could be an 8th grader in this class and be killing it in math. I'm a math teacher and I was in pre-algebra as an 8th grade, so please don't come with any baggage. Think, man, I'm going to kill this class, especially you 8th graders, okay? That is that. When do we get out of here, my friends? We have 7 minutes. How much do I have left? I have, there you go. Sorry, there's a little bit left. Okay. Class expectations, give me 50 minutes. It says be in your seat at the start of the class. I won't mark you tardy if you're not in your seat at the start of the class. Quite frankly, once 7th hour starts, many of you will be at the computer when the bell rings. I will not mark you tardy for that. However, when the bell rings, I will say, take your seat, please, and we get going. Right? So I want to use every minute of the class. Come to class prepared. If, in terms of where I'm at in the whole scale of things, some teachers are absolutely Nazis. If you say, hey, can I go to my locker? They're going to say, no, and scream at you. That's not me. I'm pretty chill as far as that goes. If you come to me and say, I forgot my homework, can I go get it? Chances are, for the first few times, I would say yes. But if this is habitual every day, it's the same thing, I learn my homework, well, then you and I have a problem, and you need to do it, okay? So, come to class prepared. Cool? All right. Wow, you're a peppy bunch. Okay, be prepared to learn. That's pretty much is self-explanatory. Be respectful. I want this to be an atmosphere where you're okay to take risks, you know? And that means being able to ask questions without somebody saying, oh, that's a stupid question, that was so easy, man. Are you going to want to ask a question after somebody gives you that crap? No, okay? That can't stand. If you have a comment like that, keep it to yourself. It's a positive atmosphere only, where people feel like it's okay to be wrong. And if you're contributing, you're making my class someplace where it's not okay to be wrong, again, you and I are going to have a problem with anything like that, all right? So be positive, or at the very least, 0, not negative, in terms of math. Cool. Last but not least, phones. I hate phones. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I okay? If you have your phone out at any place during my class, I will take it. Whether it's in your lap, in your hand, on your desk, it's gone. Okay? Hate it, don't like it. Now in 7th period, it's a little different. I can do math while I listen to music. And so during 7th period, if you are listening to music while you do your math, that's allowed. Once you get to choose your 7th hour, if you come into my room, you wouldn't be allowed to listen to music. If you have your phone in your hands for more than a minute or two, it doesn't take that long. So it's obvious you're not using it for music or anything. But for the most part, phones in 7th hour are okay for music only, but in class, never. Not even music. Sorry, never in my class. Is that understood? Okay, I really mean that. Not on your desk. If it's face down, or it's face down, it's not gonna constantly exhibit some activity. No, never in class. Not on your desk, in your lap, nowhere. I don't want to see your phone, or I will take it. Okay. Boom. That's that. Materials. Cover your book, please. You'll cover your book, right? What's your homework? Cover your book. You should have your homework that is due. It says a spiral notebook. I think that works best. If you have a free reminder, that's fine too, with loose leaf paper. I have note quizzes, okay? So you'll want to make sure you bring your notes on Fridays. Well, every day, really. But on Fridays, every other Friday, there will be a note quiz. And you'll, you still have 4 minutes, dude. Just chill. So no quizzes. You'll want to make sure you bring your notes. You'll want to make sure they're organized. 9 people out of 10, the note quiz is a total joke. It's easy kill. All right. It's just I took the notes, I copied the notes onto the notebook. That's it. All you have to do is take the notes, have the notes. For some people, usually teenage guys, no offense, sorry, but it's just. That's the biggest fight. I don't know where it is. It's over. I got a paper over here. Here's set 3, and over in this folder, set 8. And oh my goodness, organize yourself. A spiral notebook. It's really hard to screw up a spiral notebook as far as notes. I don't actually look at your notebook. I hold you accountable with the notebook quiz. Okay. Make sure you bring that every day. The problem sets are legal size. They're long like this, so it's hard to get those in the notebook. You'll probably just fold them up and either put the one you're working on in the book or in a folder. You don't have to keep all 140 problem sets all year long. What I would do is I would keep it until you know I put it in the computer right, I recorded it accurately, and then you can recycle it. I have hundreds of grades to enter, and sometimes I go, instead of 10 enter, 10 enter, I go 1 enter 0, 1 enter 0. Well, then lots of people are getting 1 to 0. Yeah. If that's the case, you need to bring me that problem set and say, hey, you have me down as a 1 on set 5, and I got a 10. Here it is. Then I will be happy to change it. But if you pitch it the minute you get it back, I'll say, sorry, I don't see it. So make sure you save the problem sets until you know they're recorded. Make sure you have pencils, erasers, and something to grade with. I don't like highlighters. If you're an 8th grader coming from Mr. Carlson, we don't grade in highlighter in my class. I don't like that. I can't read it. My eyes, I'm just blind to that. So get a colored pen, please. All that by Monday. You do not need a calculator, as I mentioned. You should not have a calculator. If you need a calculator, you can use your phone when I say you can use your phone, or I have some. Well, got through it all. Just make it fun. So what's your homework today? Of your books. I would like you to hand me that blue sheet on the way out as you leave the room. Okay, catch up. Huh? Really? Thank you. John? I don't care about food or carbs. I know you want to make the best for my room. Respect my roommate. Here's what I'm just hoping you'll make the best for you. Who's getting it? Have a great day.